gentlemen, welcome back to our playthrough of Hand of Fate 2. I am the Victorian Cowboy. Now, we have 3 paths to choose from.
You and I will travel a ways together. I will teach you all I know, and you will destroy he who has taken my place.
But we've got to decide whether we want to go the High Priestess, the Empress, or the Emperor. I think we'll start with the Empress. I think that's what we'll do. We have our companion. We need to add our encounters. That has a token, that has a token. We haven't done Fork in the Road. We haven't done Gnomish Exchange. Lost Void. Man-Eating Tree. I want that token there. The rest of them we have done. Let's grab Arm Wrestling and the Exotic Lies. Looks good to me. Equipment. Winter's Bane, Bastion, Valiant Aegis, Ruby. Oh, well apparently I just have to use all the equipment I have. And I've got but one companion to choose from. So, with that in mind, let us journey in to help the Empress. I didn't actually read what's going on.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one.
A leader of the northern clans. Let's see if we can do this.
Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
You think he'd stop talking at some point. Oh, he's actually done now? I can talk? Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder of Talos explains in a hushed voice. They were sent by a dark shaman in the north. They were searching for this. He draws a large warhammer from his cloak. Retha's ire. 'Tis the only weapon that will break the seal protecting their encampment. He hands you the weapon. Retha's ire
is a powerful force.
I don't have the fame to use it yet. Bash causes additional armor break. It's a heavy weapon and it can perform a shockwave. Let's store this weapon. We've got to use it. The weapon is heavier than you imagine, perhaps weighed down by some hidden magic, preventing you from wielding it to its potential. I need 20 fame! Let's go complete encounters. The Elder looks straight in your eyes, as though peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage may bear Retha's ire. You do well to remember that. Let's go. You must find the courage to wield this weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The villagers need a hero. The town of Braden is surely in danger and must be warned. Alright, there's the King's Road. Let's go acquire some fame. Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. He bows his head. May the gods bring you good fortune. Alright, let's go, boy.
Children.
Lost boy.
It's hard to conceive that either of us were ever such.
He's just a small child, you overhear. A deeper voice growls. We have to take him to the dungeons, or else he'll run straight to whatever northern clan he spawned from and show them where our outpost is. That's a shifty-looking kid. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, says Malocalypse. Consider the boy's fate. We're gonna save him. Unsheathing your weapon, you demand they let the boy go. For steel, the Empire soldiers are unmoved by your threat. I didn't look at what weapon I have. This could be bad. Yep, I've got a rusty sword and a broken shield. Oof. You leave that boy alone. Oh, he's got a shield too. Watchman. Taken from the dregs of society, elevated to petty positions of power. Watchmen can block, greatly reduce incoming damage. Use bash to open them up for damage.
Once again, good intentions end up with people trying to eat me.
Oh. I'm not up on my dodging ability. Ah. See, I need to get better at my dodge. There we go. Ah, I keep pressing B instead of Y. No, so much health lost. Yeah, we're playing with a handicap now. It's okay. We just want to make it challenging. Let's see if the boy gives us anything that helps us. Lost a boy. Equipment card. We'll go with the warrior's axe this time. Hey, we got some food. As you check on the unconscious guard, you notice the boy looking at you warily, as if sizing you up.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Let's see, I have 10 right now. Let's reroll these two. They rolled the same.
I'm somewhat surprised you lost that one.
The boy disappears into the forest, and soon you hear him howl from a short distance. The raiders come out of hiding, and the boy shouts, "Their outpost is this way." Time to stop the raiders. That was unfortunate. We can stop them though, these northerners. Oh, it's frozen now. It was not frozen before.
Don't let them hit me! I'm too handsome for violence.
Ah, again. Oh, he double attacked there. I was not expecting it. Also, the fact that they can hit me when I'm doing I have to be careful about my combo executes. It hurts. The pain, it is real. The sound of swords clashing draws out guards from their outpost. After apprehending the northern raiders, the captain of the outpost hands you your reward. I got 2 fame, and I get another equipment piece. Yeah, we will take Winter's Bane, I guess. Now we got more food. We're gonna eat.
Mages are hard to eradicate at the best of times. We have our ways of hiding from the light.
Following Maloclips's cryptic directions, many of which involve borrowing farm animals, you arrive at the edge of a vast and lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. We must seek out Ira of the Vale in the Underneath, the bard had explained, as you follow a frightened cow around the previous night. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the Underneath does not look up from his book as you approach. 10 food items per entry, he grunts. Maloclip scoffs. Robbery if you're trying to hustle us, sir. I'll have you know that I can shoot lightning from my fingertips. The doorkeeper sighs. Times are hard for us. Mal, you'll see when you get in there. Let's give 10 food. There's a lot of food. A narrow tunnel takes you deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies a small shantytown, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. Maloclips leads on. Welcome to the Underneath, Coinslade. Since that bothersome Empire edict, we've had to hide away in places like this. This used to be quite the hub of activity, but now he surveys the silent streets grimly. I guess the Empire is increasing its forces. A few mages eye you suspiciously as you pass by. Let's peruse the stores. Among the abandoned stalls you find an ancient-looking shop front. Through red lantern light you read Lelot's oddments, used stones, directions. There are also signs pointing out paths to curses, blessings. Malakalypse sniffs and backs away. I'm not allowed in there after I stole all those stupid pebbles. He lets you go on in. With a jangle, you enter the dusty store. You find it filled with shelves, baskets, glass cases, with rocks of various shapes and sizes. The wizened shopkeep, Lelot, peers over the counter at you. Let's inquire about used stones. He lights up at the suggestion. He waves his wrinkled hand at the wares. You see baskets of giant boulder smooth pebbles, and tucked away in the corner a basket of rings. The shopkeep looks at you fondly. What would you like to buy? Everything is 20 gold apiece. I got nothing. Let's inquire about directions. There's nothing there. Let's return to the town center. Let's find the contact. Malakalypse leads the way through the dim, lonely streets to Ira's house. You can hear screaming from within. A woman in robes adorned with silver ornaments greets you at the door. Merc said you would come begging for help. Regardless, you're late. Malakalypse bows with a grin. I have an illness. I'm hoping to purchase a cure. Ira of the Vale frowns for a bit before nodding and letting you into her house. You enter the sitting room, and the source of the wailing is made clear. A man is locked in the cage, crying in fevered agony. Sores of corruption fester on his body. Without warning, she opens the cage, and the man rushes at you. But with surprising strength, Ira subdues the mad, writhing creature. This is the mage Cohen. He thought he could fight off the corruption, but he could not. Ira watches Malakalypse carefully as Cohen's cries get more and more guttural. What should I do with him? The bard looks away, disgusted and fear on his face. He appears close to passing out. She nods before turning to you. What will you do? I say we keep him locked up until we can find a cure for it. She throws the creature back in the cage and locks the iron gate. Then you wait. Malakalypse makes a feeble joke about going to get some candied buns for the show, but a withering glance from Ira convinces him to stay. The imprisoned mage begins to deteriorate quickly. The sores of corruption spread across his body, and blood begins to pour from his mouth. He throws himself at the cage for the umpteenth time. You know no shreds of humanity remain. Ira flings an enchanted shard of ice from her hand into the corrupt mage's throat, killing him instantly. You are too weak, she glances at Malakalypse, who is staring wide-eyed at the dead mage. Both of you. With that dealt with, Ira begins tinkering at a table strewn with dead and shiny things. I do have a cure, but as you know, nothing comes free with our kind. She taps silver dust from a bottle. Save the stolen mage children for me, and I will give you the cure.
A reward well earned.
Those Empire bastards have taken them to some walled fort in the docks of the city. And you better hurry, Ira smiles at Malakalypse. That illness can't be held at bay for much longer, I'd wager. The bard avoids her gaze. Let's see what the illness says. Ira laughs. He hasn't told you? Then it's not my place to say, but know this, friend of Malakalypse. If he doesn't find a cure soon, you are in grave danger. Nonsense, Malakalypse stands, unstopping a wine bottle nervously. And you better hurry, Ira smiles at Malakalypse. Oh, it's the same thing. Let's leave Ira's house. Malakalypse seems eager to leave. Let's go to the tavern here. Malakalypse breathes in the heavy scent of berry wine, smoke, and feathers. Ah, the devil's ears, my home away from home. He pulls out his lute and leaves to serenade the pretty bartender. She tries her best to ignore him. You survey the bar. A group of burly ogres crowds a too small table. Meanwhile, a giant fleshy eyeball floats somberly by the window. The creature watches you approach with interest. A smile breaks out across its knotted flesh at its base. Would you care to dance, small one? It asks solemnly. Let's dance. It is a slow, circling dance, the creature humming an old harvest song all the while. After some indeterminate amount of time, the dance ends. Ah, the creature sighs. That took me back to my youth. The creature's eye is so large that it's difficult to tell whether it is looking at you or somewhere behind you. This is an interesting item I kept from the last warrior I ate. It regurgitates an item onto the floor with a clatter. The cardinal blade. What would you offer in return? We'll offer the warrior's axe, I believe. It inspects the equipment. Yes, this will be a lovely addition to my collection.
A remnant of the Templars and their religious righteousness.
We're going to hang on to the cardinal blade because it's not what we need. Let's ask what it is. The creature chuckles and the fleshy tendrils on his underbelly shake heartily. The creature's eye is so large that it's difficult to tell whether it is looking at you or something behind it. Leave it to be. Let's just leave the tavern and leave the underneath. Ira of the Veil finds you again just as you begin your ascent. Mal? The bard turns around. You catch a glimpse of hope in his eye. She avoids his gaze. Take the children to the madmen near Forestford. They run an orphanage. I fear it is no longer safe here. Wah, wah, wah. I need food.
When the hero runs in, the villain takes their time to bait their trap. Be careful, lest they put you in your place.
A rustling behind you is all the warning you have that your life is in danger. As you turn as the cords of Northern Bola wrap around your body. Trapper of Frost. Okay. What two of them looks like. There may only be one. I could be wrong. Let's see if we can survive this without taking damage. Two of them. Trapper, on the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. The keen eyes of a trapper see all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their targets. Use evade to avoid traps or move directions rapidly to break free.
I see a sun, fated fane!
Let's just execute you there, mate. Oh, that hurt again. Ooh, and I can't dodge that attack. Oh, this is not going well. Need a better shield for this. Ow! My play. I'm not fully awake yet for this. Let's search for spoils. I need food. Anything but pay. Well, gold is nice. You rifle through the defeated Northerners belonging in a coverlish dash of gold. Oh, it hurts.
You are starving now. Every fresh encounter will cause you damage. Tread carefully.
You arrive at a signpost detailing a possible path east and west. I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not. I can do
Now
one
would
more
be
move.
a good time to buy some food.
Buy food. We'll buy 3 of that. Let's look at healing as well. Buy healing. 14 for 20 life. I have 6 gold left. Buy food. I can buy 1 more food. Okay. I'm not dead yet. Actually, can I
Campfires offer a chance to see what your companion has to say about your current challenge.
They welcome you. Let's cook F. Let's actually trade real quick. Sell equipment. We'll sell this. We'll sell the carbon plate. We need it not. They have a regular shield. Let's buy some food. We'll buy 3 food. Let's buy... Oh, that's 6 food. Okay. Let's finish trading. Let's cook some food. Cook some food again. And let's break camp and continue. Whoa.
Let us see what
So
the
much
next
pain.
town
King's
holds.
Road. Continue to the next village. Dusk falls as you continue on your quest. A village
Do not take
burns.
lightly the mantle of fame. Being a figurehead is not without consequences.
You arrive at Braden in the dead of night and find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend the last surviving villagers. One calls out, "Please help! We must stop these savages before all is lost." We draw a weapon and rush to their aid. Let's do this. Keep the farmers alive. Hope we don't die horribly because we can only wear 2 hits. So let's not wear any hits. I've got to get the X, Y, the Y button, not the B button. Winter's Bane used to defend those in need. Oh dear me. There we go, we got him. We got him. I'm almost dead, but we got him. Maybe they can give me a healing potion or something? Anything? Because the pain is just palpable. We got an equipment card. A shield.
Simple, sturdy, and still effective
We
to
will
this
equip the
day.
shield. We've got 6 fame now. The surviving villagers rush to the farmer's aid and tend their wounds. "Thank you, adventurer," they cry. "You have helped save what remains of our people, but sadly our village is no more. Please accept a small token of our gratitude." Food day. Oh, I didn't read what was next there. We're gonna go down because... Oh, there's the King's Road that we'll go to next. So let's go down and look around.
These are the choices
Papa's
that
Play.
make the hero or the villain.
The town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries to battle against the corruption. You seek out the watchtower where the recruitment is taking place. Steele, you arrive in time to hear Sir Malafowl's plan to wipe out the Paupers district. The outbreak began there. We cannot risk sparing any of their lives, he says. Sir Malafowl, the Green, leads the mercenaries to the Paupers district, where the poor and sick have been walled off from the rest of the city. As you hear the wailing of the corrupted, Sir Malifaux gives his command to charge. We are fighting the corrupted. Terror of blood. Let's not get hit by the terror of blight. I feel that could end very poorly for us. I mean, any of this could end very poorly for us. We haven't got the health to deal with it. After this, maybe I camp and eat some food. Hey, shield. When skies are darkened by your enemy's volleys, fight in the shade of this personal wooden bulwark. And there we go, pressing the wrong button again. Okay, time to come over here. Oh, hello. Gotcha! He only got hit by one blight-filled jerk of a fellow. Which was unfortunate. We've only got 7 health. We got some fame though. We gained 2 fame. And 10 gold. And 5 gold. We're gonna camp. All hail the defender of villages, the trader cheers. Come make camp and join us. Let's trade. What equipment have you got to sell? A ruby ring that I cannot afford. Let's buy food. We'll buy 3 food. Because we're going to sit here and we're going to cook. Do I have equipment to sell? I do not have equipment to sell. Let's finish trading. Let's cook food. We've got 3 there. We should be good to go. Let us continue on our way.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
Let's see if we can't get a score that works. Let's reroll the 1. Give me something good. Yes, we succeed.
Well done. You continue to impress.
Thank you, the woman says as you help her from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. A health potion, that is exactly what we need. Oh, and food. And 2 fame. This is exactly what we needed at this point.
Ever since I've returned to this world, I've been disappointed. The filth, the shame, the horrors dwell in the minds of men, not in the monsters in the darkness.
He's not happy with life, is he? Westwind's only tavern, the Rusty Razor, is a safe harbor amongst the many dangers of the outer reaches of the Empire. Its barkeep sits outside his establishment with a look of resigned defeat. Upon your arrival, he jolts straight up, and a smile almost breaks out across his face. At last, someone from the guild is here! These Empire soldiers have almost ruined me! Before you can disagree, the owner swings open the saloon doors and pushes you inside. Musketeers and steel. Inside, you discover a handful of Empire soldiers enjoying the ale rather than doing their duty. The freshly invigorated barkeep hops onto a table and shouts above the noise, "You lazy, drunken deserters are done! The Stewards Guild has sent an enforcer here, and now you're all going to have to go back to your posts. The town needs defending." One of the soldiers rises with a slight sway. "We've got 3 days until our shift ends, and we return to civilization. So we're not doing any fighting unless they threaten the supply of ale. Right, lads?" A raucous cheer erupts and beer tank is smashed together all around. So why don't you take your shiny little badge and shove off? The barkeep turns to you. What are you going to do? We're going to threaten them. You suggest with menace that the soldiers should report to duty or they'll report to the healer. This is either going to go really well or really poorly. Ah, we succeeded! One of the soldiers spits at your feet, but turns and leaves. The rest file slowly out behind him. We just intimidated 7 guys. Oh, that works for me. Works for me. What's down here?
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
So, as you've been following along, we had this guy last time. I won't necessarily read through it, but it's a pickpocket in the market. He grabbed 20 of our gold. Let's see if we can catch him this time. No! We were unable to catch him again, but he made off with all of our gold. Because that's what he does. Ah, no, I want to go this way. I want to go up. I want to go to the left.
Your memory seemed filled
Tarts,
with
pies, and
conflict
exotic
chaos, yet
lies.
occasionally something merely pleasant slips through.
Chester's here. I got nothing to pay. I got no way to pay for things. Arm wrestling. So again, we beat Roland the halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. Let's see if we can beat this fellow. Or do we have to beat Roland again? We roll this. We didn't even beat Roland this time. Yeah. We did not... We did... You mean we have to work our way up from the bottom again? Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord, 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 Lord. Let's go to the next village. We couldn't even beat the halfling. Dusk falls as you come on to your quest. We're in another village under fire.
Actions, of
burnt.
course, have consequences. You cannot think that the steps you have taken will bring a simple peace. No.
You arrive at Taran and dawn to find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave farmers defend. Let us stop these savages. Let's draw our weapon and rush to their aid. 3 trappers, 4 or 3, I didn't count. Okay, they're only 6
I'll have you
or
know
5.
my friend here is killed far better than you.
Hey, buddy. We'll just run you through. It works. We have successfully defeated that one without losing anyone. We get some equipment now. A ruby ring, gain
Valuable for
10%
purely
max life while you have
financial
more
reasons, if
blessings and
nothing
curses.
else.
Any number of rings can be equipped at one time. That's good to know. We'll equip that. I don't have any blessings. We got 4 renowned for that, though. The surviving villagers rush to the farmers to tender aid. Thank you, accept this small token as a... So, same message as before. We've got enough food now. We could camp. It is not time for celebration. Surely they're mustering to raid the town of Dangernoon. They point further south, down the riverbank. If you are a true hero, you will surely save them. Let's go save them. General store. What can we buy? What do they have that we could buy? I mean, I don't think I've got anything that I could sell to get up to that gold. Ah, I can't get up to that gold and I can't sell that item. We'll buy the life though. Get that life. It's worth it. And now we're gonna leave. If we can find ourselves a blessing.
If you fall in a trap
Raider
once,
ambush.
you may blame error. To fall in the same trap again smacks of foolishness.
Oof. Ooh, aye. There are quite a few more of them this time. And I've not got the help to draw the fire off of me. This is bad. Well, we got one down. You know, it would be better if they tried to actually jump in here and kill me, but you know, I'm not going to complain that they're not trying to kill me. Oh, you're gonna try this, huh? That's what you wanna do? There we go. He's going down. Actually, we did really well on that one. Really well on that one. We got 2 fame. The search for spoils. We can get pain, but we can also, you know, get something useful. 10 food. We'll never have to worry about food this time. Let's go up. What do we got here?
You'll notice that
Damsel
my
in
carriage
distress
does
again.
not stop for every distressed traveler along the way.
Let's see if we can't re-roll this. Hey, we win again. So we're doing well with the distressed damsel. And it's giving us some decent amounts of gold and fame. Okay, we need like one more solid encounter.
Strange
93.
things still exist. Do you
We
not
have not
see the
seen
beauty
this
in
yet.
this plant? True wonders still remain. Treat it gently.
High on a misty mountaintop, you discover a vicious-looking plant. Its gaping mouth looks more than capable of shredding you to pieces, but at its base you notice some unusual fruit. Do we want to throw a piece of equipment to distract the mouth? I don't need food this time. You look for something suitable on the ground to throw, but quickly lose your way in the mist. I didn't want to lose any of my equipment because I kind of need it. No much
between
exchange.
my loathing for gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
Halt, vile humans! A voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. It takes a moment to realize they are gnomes, dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but most only have rocks or sharpened sticks. We seek arms to defend ourselves, a gnome declares loudly. Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something. I'll give you some food for a helmet, one of the small folk exclaims. No, give me some armor and I'll give you a health potion, chimes in another. We're gonna refuse to give him anything. You refuse and the gnomes attack. A collection of sharp sticks and rocks fly in your direction. Oof. The gnomes quickly retreat into the trees, peering at you through the shadows until you leave. That's unfortunate. Let's go to the next village. We should have enough after we save this village, which
More
is
bloodshed.
burning.
And who to blame?
Berserkers of Frost, 3 of them. We must stop the savages. Let us not die in vain. Berserkers of Frost. I don't like the sound of that. They sound mean. They look mean. Fueled with rage and determined to destroy, berserker weapons are imbued with ice that slows their enemies' movements and attacks. Cool. Didn't dodge. Let's get the two that throw things. We'll run you through. And we got him. Oh, and all of our farmers survived. That's a nice touch. Our farmers live. I just failed to dodge a couple of times, which is unfortunate. 10 max life.
Now the power is yours to use.
We have Shreffa's Ire. Let's equip this. The surviving villagers rush around to send aid. We have fame. We have food. More than enough food.
It appears you
We
are
are a worthy
to
hero.
wield the weapon of champions. The
You
raiders will hide from you no longer.
You turn Retha's ire over in your hands. Its rune on its face begins emitting a golden light. It is unclear if it now weighs less or you have newfound strength. But either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. Malacalypse looks on in awe. Wow, that would earn a pretty penny at the markets, but first, let's use it to break the barrier on the Northern Raiders' camp, slay the shaman, and stop the raids once and for all. The Sanctum. We see it. Remembering the Elder of Talos' instructions, you set out towards the Sanctum of the Shaman. Locate and defeat the Shaman. We can do this, but first we're going to... Hey, Market Thief. Let's actually get this guy to say... Okay, he only took 5. It's not the worst. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Failure! You made an escape with 5 of my gold. I'm unhappy with that.
You keep hunting for
Wastelands
honest men,
Tavern.
yet you keep finding the dross of the
Phalanx of
world.
Steel. Let's threaten these fellows. We can either win or we can die trying. Woo. Let's just go with the first one. This is a lot more challenging. So we've got that Phalanx of Steel. These guys have shields and spears by the look of it. Yep. Yeah. The expansion of the Empire requires constant conscription of new blood. Soldiers block all attacks, greatly reduce their damage. Use bash to open them up forward.
Just once. Did we get it quite?
Oh, you just point blanked me, sir. I do not appreciate being point blank. Well, that tavern got beat up pretty solidly. And Malacalypse only went down once. We get an equipment card. Well, I guess pick this up. Let's continue. We're not going to equip it because... Hey, we got a health potion too. Okay. That was now worth... We got the health potion.
At what age does a
Lost
child
boy,
lose their
yeah?
innocence? When do they become the
Let's
enemy?
save the boy. And see if we can't win this one this time. Really? You're giving me this again? Oh! So much pain. But it'll be worth it if we can save him. What is it? The musketeers? Deadly at a distance, only the most skilled are recruited into musketry. Musketeers fire heavy attacks. Defend with a shield, else evade for your life. We'll just finish him off. That warhammer right to the chest, though. It's the same animation as an axe, but still the warhammer makes it look even worse because you just imagine the bones turning to a pulp. Fleeting Flame. Gain 15 bonus fame. Lose 1 flame after every encounter until this bonus is 0. It's a blessing. Okay, as you check on the unconscious guards, you notice the boy looking at you warily as if sizing you up. Score is 13. You know, we're just gonna re-roll them all. 17. Okay. He fiddles with a dried plant hung around his neck nervously. Okay, I will tell you. There was an Empire ambush on our village, and I ran with Mother. We got separated. He wiped some tears from his face angrily. But I'm not afraid. I'm of Clan Catsfoot, and we are great pathfinders. I will find my way home. The boy tells you what he knows of the area. What have we got here? Arm wrestling. We got 2 fame. Okay, we are going to travel 1 more, do the arm wrestling, then we're going to camp up to full health, and then we will see what we can do. Wow. Wow! That was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's look at trade really quick. What do they have in equipment? Nothing I'm going to use. What can I sell? I could sell the basket. I could sell the shield. We'll sell the shield. Let's finish trading. Let's cook food. Let's break camp now and continue on. We've got final mission here.
You have prepared yourself for this battle. Now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
It is as the Talos Elder said, Malacalypse remarks. The shaman's sanctum is protected by magical barrier. Best you try the hammer. You raise Hreth's ire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The howling wind spins you this way and that, then vanish as quickly as they had appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malacalypse, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize you are standing in a forest clearing covered in newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a towering northern clansman, bald and brutal.
He has brute strength, if nothing else.
He does not flinch, nor seems even the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with his weapon drawn and brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. Then you see it, sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging about the trees behind her. Before her kneels countless raiders worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. The defenders of the villages and the exiled one, the shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne. I know why you have come. Let this end. I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bald northerner calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. You ready your weapon as the shaman and her clansmen surround you. We've got a new follower to help us out. Shaman of Frost. Gotta kill the shaman. Okay, that isn't human over there. Raid Leader Gerda. Raid leaders are the front lines of the Northern Assault, center of tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt her spell.
I do not know. Yet we will fight. Stand clear of my ways. I stand here.
Oh, she doesn't like that much, does she? We're gonna take out the leader. We took out the leader. And then we got whacked in the back with a meat cleaver. But we succeeded. That one wasn't too bad. The shaman's body writhes as a dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the sky clears, the sun beams down on the Colossus warrior that had fought alongside you. I am Kolbjorn, he explains. I was born into the northern clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the tradition they have lost. We have befriended Kolbjorn the Wanderer. You and I clearly have cleared a small part of this stain from my honor this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand and clasps your forearm. Let us head back and find your friend. And with that, you and Kolbjorn make your way back through the forest in search of Malacalypse.
Another card returns to my deck. Do not worry. I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
That got hairy there in the middle of it.
Well
We nearly
done.
didn't make it.
Another northerner falls before you, and a new companion joins your journey.
For defeating the Shaman of the North. Armor of Gluttony, Ring of Food, Pious Robes, and Frontier Barboots. And we get Fame and Shame, Watchtower, Raider's Ambush, and Bridge Skirmish. For proving yourself a worthy hero, we've got Hreth's Ire, which is actually not a bad weapon. For befriending Kolbjorn, we get Clan Eyebright and the Wanderer. What we got here? What does this give us? For defending all of the villages, Elder's Gift. For convincing Ira to help Malocalypse, the Stolen Ones. And here, for clearing out the Rusty Razor, Friendly Innkeeper. Okay. And did we unlock a new quest as well? Or must we complete the 3 before new ones unlock? Yes, we must complete more. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you are enjoying this. Tune in for more and have a good one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our video. We do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought, and as always, have a good one.